Hello, this is Business reporting from IFA 2009 in Berlin. We are here with Riddhi Patel from iSuppli, which is a research group. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Can you please tell us something about your company first?
Yes, iSuppli is a market research firm that is focused on displays and semiconductor technologies. We do research all the way from components into the end market systems, and that's something that we've been doing for over 10 years now.
And what market are you focused on?
My specialty is the television market, which is a big part of the show over here. And I've been covering HDTVs for iSuppli for the past 7 years now.
What do your latest research on the TV market say?
Absolutely. Our latest research on the TV market states that CRTs are definitely on their way out. LCDs are in, and they are the most dominant technology. And plasma is still there, but it's restricted to the larger sizes now. LCD TVs have gained dominance in most regions of the world. Some of the emerging markets like Eastern Europe, Asia Pacific, and China still do see certain number of CRT shipments going on. We expect the European LCD TV market to reach about 42 million units in 2009, which is almost a 16% growth from 2008. It's fairly substantial given the current state of economy that this market continues to grow. The main driving points for this market have been its rapidly declining prices, the constant push from the brands to ensure the adoption of this technology, as well as the innovations that LCD as a technology has been making over the past years. Most substantial ones this year, as we can see on the show floor, are the LED backlit LCD TVs.
And what is your latest significant discovery on the HDTV market?
On the HDTV market, we are starting to see that full HD, which is 1080p resolution, that's becoming almost a standard feature. And this is something that consumers assume is part of your television set. We are also seeing that with HDTV, the replacement cycles have been a lot shorter. So with the CRT era, the replacement cycles were almost 18 to 20 years. Now the cycles, depending on which region you're looking at, range from 7 to 10 years. So it's a lot faster replacement cycle. The price declines have been very substantial, and this requirement from consumers in terms of size is growing. So initially 32-inch was supposed to be the primary TV. Increasingly consumers are looking at 42-inch, and a lot of it is because of the digital mandate, the availability of flat panels in the larger sizes, as well as availability of content, which has increased substantially in the HD format.
And who is leading the market now? And
Samsung is leading the market globally as well as in Europe. They have put in substantial efforts in terms of marketing. They've gained the brand recognition with the consumers as well. And in the European market, they account for almost 22 to 23% of share in the first half of this year. They are followed by LG Electronics, and then there is Philips and Sony. That's sort of the ranking in the European market.
And who is losing the ground now?
We've seen, Philips once upon a time was the leading brand in Europe. It has slid to number 3. Sharp was the leader when LCD TVs were introduced to the market. They have lost some ground, and Sony seems to be on shaky grounds as well. There are a couple of different reasons why each of these companies have lost share. Sharp has lost its leadership position in most markets other than Japan because their television sets have normally been on the higher side and higher end of the price spectrum. And one of the things that's happening with consumers is they are going after sets that or going after brands that are either known as technology leaders or that are known as price leaders. And so brands like Sharp and Sony right now do not fall in either of the categories. We see Samsung constantly innovative and talking about the latest and the greatest technology. We are starting to see LG work on their form factor, and they have some sort of price advantage. Sharp has basically, they are innovating. It's not that they are not innovating, and so is Sony, but they are not talking about their innovation as aggressively, and this seem to have lost some mind share with consumers.
According to that, how do you see the future of HDTV in the US and European market?
HDTV is the growth area, and HDTV is any set that has a 480p or higher resolution. Most of the LCD TVs fall in that range. So that's almost becoming 100% of the market now. Their growth potential is tremendous as more and more channels, as more content is available, as more government mandates are, enforced so that the transition from analog to digital happens. HDTVs are going to grow substantially.
And has IFA 2009 really changed your opinion of the HDTV market?
No, it just reinforces the fact that HDTV is the route. HDTV is the TV market for most parts when you're looking at flat panel TVs. And to fuel consumer demand or to fuel the next replacement cycle, improved features, improvements in terms of technology, improvements in terms of overall viewing experience will have to be brought about. Otherwise, consumers will not be encouraged to go and buy the next sets.
And do you think the IFA 2009 is successful for TV market?
I have walked the show floor. There is nothing new. The newness is lacking. There is no specific innovation that draws your attention or that makes you say, wow. But there is a definite commitment towards LED backlit LCD TVs, towards more green features. I've walked through a couple of stalls where they are talking about eco-friendly TVs. So that seems to be an overriding message that you have to have a green TV, or you have to have a TV that consumes less power, is more eco-friendly. But in terms of anything that catches your attention, makes you go, wow, excellent, I think that is lacking.
Thank you very much for the conversation, and have a successful IFA.
Thank you. Bye-bye.